Alright.
Eminem, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. What's going on, guys? I'm your boy Sully, and today I'm back with another episode of the Real Talk Rants Adrant calendar. This is going to be episode 14. If you guys haven't been following, haven't been watching, then there's a playlist link in the description below. Basically, what this is Real Talk Rants put down into one topic for a daily upload every day up until Christmas Day this December, and we've done a pretty good job of it so far. The last few have gone up at weird times, but that's because I've had internet issues all week, but life. We're not going to get into that now. What we're going to talk about is something we touched upon the other day, but have actually had listened to and fucking dissected, because that's what me and Ryan do with shit like this. But it's M's new album. I'll let Ryan go in for it, because this is mostly going to be him. Yeah,
So
do you,
like,
boo-boo.
this album's been anticipated for years, right? Like, everyone's waited for him to drop since Marshall Mathers LP2, a new project, and then he released Walk on Water. Everyone was like, "Oh damn!"
Oh,
shit.
damn.
Kind of like, I think I said it in a podcast. But,
Yeah, because we touched upon it a few weeks ago.
I wasn't that excited if all the songs were gonna be like Walk on Water, and then he brought out Untouchable.
Completely different.
Completely different vibe. And then saying that, Untouchable is a completely different vibe to every song on the album.
Yeah,
which
very
is weird.
much so. Very much
so.
So
The album is it's everything. There's no way to describe it.
it's everything we asked for in the other episode.
Yeah. Old M, new M, rocky rap M, like deep, really deep M.
And then they've got
storytelling,
banging features as well.
Yeah. So the album starts off. So Walk on Water. It starts off with him being quite. It's like people not loving him and him unsure of himself.
Yeah.
And then Believe is him believing in himself again, basically.
Like wanting other people to as well.
Yeah, and then it goes down through to like Untouchable, which is a very.
It's quite misplaced in the album, I think.
Yeah.
It's not in the middle. It's like really close to the start, but where it's placed.
What's the one where he talks about? Oh my god! So he says some lines in this song that shouldn't be said, and I can guarantee he will get in trouble for.
Oh, is it Offended?
Yeah.
Like around.
Yeah,
there.
where he says he's got Donald Trump's wife in the boot of his car.
Oh no, that's Framed.
Yeah, that's not allowed. But we got the M that don't give a shit back.
Yeah. He starts talking about Kim K.
Yeah.
Like, what?
He in one of the songs he is very old school, weird rappy M. I think it's Framed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's very old M, like really random.
He's like very Slim Shady M.
Yeah. Nowhere is a crazy song.
Kalani's voice is incredible.
Yeah, there's some radio songs on here, which is good.
Yeah, I think all of the ones with like female features are like radio songs, to be honest. And Ed Sheeran's one as well, yeah.
Yeah, we got them, and then we go further down, and we get to Framed, which is the one we just spoke about, where he's really, just really old M, and then Heat is like a rocky, but like the best. He always does this, middle ground of like, half hip hop, half rock.
Yeah, but he does a really good job of it.
He, in my opinion, not everyone says this, but he done that perfectly. Whoever mastered and mixed that, well done.
There's a producer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's one issue I
Offended.
have with this album, is it wasn't produced by Dre.
Yeah. No, it was Dre and Skylar Grey.
It wasn't
Dre
produced
was
by Dre.
Yeah, he was head. He was master producer.
Nah.
Promise you.
Nah.
Yeah. I've gone genius now. Hold up. I'm very sure. So yeah, and then in the last, so then Offended is like, how do you even explain Offended?
I don't know.
It's yeah. Mixing was Dr. Dre, and he was executive producer, I believe. I know Rick Rubin,
Yeah.
but it's produced by Dre as well. Yeah, produced by Rick Rubin, The Alchemist. Oh no, it's not. That was really stupid. But he mixed everything, so.
Yeah, he was involved, but
Yeah. Anyway.
yeah,
I digress.
we digress.
Offended is like flow-wise one of probably the best M we've heard in years.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing, that last verse.
Oh, mate, don't we? When we were basically what we did before recording this is went through the entire album like as a straight listen through because I hadn't fully heard it yet. So we did the whole thing, got to Offended, and I was like, I have to rewind it just to listen to this verse again. It comes in at like 4 minutes 30, 4 minutes 35-ish, and we just listened to like the last minute of the song again, because the verse is nuts. Like, it's fucking nuts. He just progressively speeds up the beat as it goes through, and then he gets to that, and it's like, well, okay, M.
And like, this song's like very roller coastery. Like,
Yeah.
It's all over the place. Like, Offended gets you hyped, and then you're going to Need Me. M and Pink have this synergy that I don't think any rapper with a singer has.
Yeah.
They work perfectly together. M sings with her, which sounds great. It sounds so good. The way that was mixed was crazy.
Yeah.
In Your Head is like getting you ready for the next two songs. Is the only way I can describe Castle on a Rose.
Sort of like mentally prepares you for it.
Yeah, like so Castle on a Rose had to have been written years ago.
I feel like
Castle
was. I don't know about a Rose though, because he has all the stuff afterwards that he like. Because he goes back to bits of Castle in a Rose and rewrites it.
Yeah, but he also talks about like just after his. Oh yeah, I guess so. But he remembers things very vividly in a Rose.
Yeah.
That happened.
I feel like you would do though. If it's something like that, you would do. That's not something you forget easily.
So Castle basically talks about before Hailey's born, and then Hailey's born, and then just at the very end of the song, he pops some pills, because it's 2007 M, which is like, what album did he release in 2007?
Was that?
So, no, nothing. It was Curtain Call, 2007, then he done Relapse, which was his Relapse.
Yeah.
And then Recovery, so on and so forth. But, so yeah, in Castle, he pops some pills, and then you hear him hit the ground, and then the next thing you hear is it's like a hospital respirator, right? Like breathing machine. And it goes through him dying, and then his heartbeat comes back on, and right at the end, and then he like goes something. I'm gonna just rewind the song, and it rewinds, and then it goes like, nah, fuck it, and then he does the verse from Castle again, and then but says more stuff about like, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
I'm a beat. This album with Marshall Mathers LP2 is getting bigger, and then he goes, and then he ends it, which is that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
He ends it with him, so it's the same verse, the end verse as Castle, but it's in a Rose, and instead of him popping pills, it's him throwing them down the toilet. That's smart. I like that.
Yeah.
That was really good. But yeah, I've had this album on since it came out constantly. Like, I literally sat there, and there are don't get me wrong, some songs in here are bad. Like, I don't like every song in here.
Yeah, I feel like it's got very mixed reviews.
Well, no, it's an M album. No M album has every good song. It's Eminem. He's always had some really bad songs in his albums.
It just depends what bit of M you're into. Because he's thrown all of himself into it, it's obviously going to be mixed. But it really depends, like, what M you fuck with, essentially, is what it comes down to.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's similar with all of his releases, but with this specifically, because it's literally everything in one, it's like, yeah.
There's probably going to be a deluxe edition, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed.
Or maybe a CD too, but I doubt it.
No, I think he'll just do it as a deluxe one and release his B-side tracks on that.
But
'cause it's already quite a long album.
19 songs, yeah. But maybe some rap features, who knows? The album for me is one of the best albums. Huh?
Big Sean fan.
Oh my god. So one thing that me and Dylan got wrong, that interlude, not what we expected at all.
Completely wrong.
It's very beautiful. Whoever sung that interlude, has not been released,
has he?
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful singing. I don't know what else to say. It's just a good album. You know what I mean?
It's incredibly well made. His best stuff in years. I mean,
100%.
There's issues with it, but nothing's ever perfect. I enjoyed listening to the whole thing the whole way through. It's an album that I know I can listen to the whole way through.
There are definitely some songs on here that I will re-listen to.
I'll like if I'm walking and I know it's quite a long distance, like an hour and a bit or whatever. It's something I'll listen to the entire way through.
Yeah. Especially like some songs like "Offended" and "Framed" are definitely songs that I'm gonna re-listen to.
Yeah.
"Untouchable" probably not. Definitely "Nowhere" Fast. Yeah. That's a really good song. "In Your Head's" quite good. "Castle on a Rose" are good songs. Like if you're in like a downer mood.
Yeah, if you're in a bad place, have a listen to those because that's what everyone does when they're sad. They listen to sad music. So. Jesus, keep burping.
"River's" decent. I didn't expect. Can we talk on this? Because we said that we thought Ed was going to rap.
Yeah, but he didn't. But no, his voice fits so perfectly with it.
The context of that song and the storytelling in that song, which M does perfectly on this album.
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran's voice. It's not like I feel like the Skylar Grey feature is a feature like this
They're
where
just thrown
he
in.
threw it on there because it will make sales because it's a Skylar Graham feature.
Yeah. It's a radio track.
Yeah, but this Eminem, he 100% fits.
Yeah, Ed fully fits it.
Yeah, so we're touching on the Skylar Grey feature. Nowhere near is it bad. Out of 5, I'd put it like a 3.54 out of 5. It's not a bad song at all.
Yeah.
But with a Skylar Graham feature,
it's nothing like
expect a 5.
I Need a Doctor.
No. With a Skylar Grey feature, I always expect a 5 out of 5.
Like better than what it was.
It has to be because they've got so many amazing songs together.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be bad, but things happen, right?
Yeah. I feel like a lot of these tracks you'll probably end up hearing on the radio when they're released as singles. He has to release at least 2 or 3 of them that he knows are going to get radio play. So River will probably get released because Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran.
Like Home with Alicia Keys is another one that could be a radio song. Nowhere
Tragic
Fast.
Endings, Nowhere Fast.
Like all the ones with features could be radio songs.
But I also feel like he could do. Is it Untouchable?
Untouchable's the one that's like 6.5 minutes.
Nah. Remind Me maybe.
Yeah.
There are some if they can sort out the things he says. No way. Framed is going to be radio play.
Nah, no way. Framed is the only similarity I can give it to is like Fack. I can't remember what fucking album that's from, but that's literally M at his Slim Shady weirdest, and that's the only thing I can like.
Cool.
Oh yeah, it's the only thing I can like garner any similarity to because he just goes off saying whatever the fuck he wants. Which is a side of M I miss, because I feel like a lot of the time he tries to hide away from his shady side.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's quite ashamed of it, and you really sort of get that idea from the last 2 songs.
Because his drug side of him.
In Castle especially, he starts talking about how it's like his next album will be his last or whatever, and how he tried to keep shady as an entertainment factor as opposed to it affecting his real life, which it ended up doing anyway, because like you said, Shady was the very sort of like drug-addled, like Valium popping mess of a character that M portrayed in a lot of his albums. But I feel like he's quite ashamed of that aspect of him, even though it brought him so much like fame and attention, and it's done a lot for him as a person.
But he also said, what song was it? Was it Believe? Where he said, I think it was Believe. Maybe not. The song where he talks about he built a castle. Oh no, it's
Castle.
Yeah, he builds up a castle and now he's stuck on the throne.
Yeah.
Meaning like he built himself up. He built the castle and he can now never not be Eminem. Like he will never not be the best rapper. And it's kind of him like talking about how either he doesn't think he deserves it or he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want this stigma.
I feel like it's just messed up his relationship with his daughter too much. It's just like, I don't know. It's weird though, because his daughter's getting to the age now where She doesn't need to listen to one of her dad's albums to know how messed up things were.
No.
But I feel like it's necessary for M to do it because it's like, because if these were songs that were written years ago, then it's incredible that he still has them. It's incredible that he's like releasing them now, because it shows that even though he's grown and so much has changed, he always has that side to him, which again brings back aspects of old M and like sadder M and stuff like that, where because he's a very family driven person, he always has been. Even though he chats shit about his mum in plenty of songs, he even talks about how he wishes he could have like one last heart to heart with her or something.
Yeah. He does, yeah.
And he talks about his brother a lot and things like that. So I don't know, like the last three songs for me were the best ones on there, just because I'm like hugely in with M's sadder shit, like Sing for the Moment, Mockingbird, When I'm Gone, all of that stuff. Like, they're dope to me. They've always been my favourite M songs just because of the meaning behind them and the story and shit to it. And I can't remember whether it's Castle or a Rose, but he talks about like his dad and how like his dad taught him what not to do and shit
he was
like that. And it's like,
I need to thank my dad for teaching me what not to do.
Yeah, it's either in Castle or Rose again.
I'm pretty sure it's Castle.
Because it's like when wait, let me try find it because I got the lyrics up.
But yeah, he like thanks his mum saying that or something.
Oh no, it's a Rose. It's when he's on the table, I think, in a Rose, and he's like thinking back to everything.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, pretty much album's incredible. Like I said, the first time I fully listened to it through, I really enjoyed it. I don't know what else I could say about it, to be honest.
Don't know.
It's just so good.
Just listen to it, basically.
Pay attention to it. I'm joking. That was a really shitty fucking Charlie Sloth reference.
But I think wrapping up episode 14, I believe.
That was a good pun, Ryan, because M raps.
Yeah, man.
In fairness, it's actually quite a long episode. It's like 15, nearly 20 minutes or something. But yeah, that's going to be that. Thank you guys for listening, as per. Be sure to listen to M's album, obviously, because it's sick. Yeah, that's going to be that. Anything you want to add?
Boy, Ruznoff.
Not been your boy, Sully.
See you tomorrow for episode 15, I believe.
Not tomorrow.
No, Monday.
Yeah, come on, Ryan.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Skiga Karugi.
That's Ryan's word of the day. So, if you can translate that for us and leave it in the comments, and feel free. But yeah, peace.